Alrighty guys, today I'm gonna find out and learn about David Dobrik versus Ethan Klein drama. I have no idea what the hell is going on. I heard like maybe David Dobrik is like laying low and has a bunch of allegations on him right now. I really don't know. It's kind of confusing. So I can't say his name. Bo Black's the GOAT has a video for us, and I got my popcorn. Although it's like 2 feet, it's super weird. I've never seen this before, but I'm gonna watch it. And once I run out, I got cupcake.
Oh boy, this situation against the YouTuber David Dobrik is pretty serious, but also pretty complicated to follow. So I'm gonna try and do my best to explain the main allegation that is being presented here. It all started when David Dobrik uploaded a now deleted video 4 years ago, in which his former friend Seth is tricked into making out with a man.
I'm gonna convince Seth that he needs to make out with Corinna while she's wearing that old man hat. And Corinna is gonna hop out of the outfit and have Jason put it on instead.
Oh my god.
Stop, look.
Fast forward to current day, and Seth goes on to the H3 podcast to talk about his horrible experience. Here is what he has to say.
I decided to kind of move out the state and move to Atlanta, because when I was in LA, after kind of dealing with that video with Jason, the makeout video, now millions of billions of people kind of are misconstruing like my own sexuality and how I feel about participating in something that he didn't have my consent for. So I end up moving to a different state to kind of get away from it. So it's not like people coming up. And I really want the viewers to understand, it is so incredibly tough as a man to have to say that you were sexually assaulted by a man. It does like affect your confidence as a man. You know, you start kind of questioning yourself, and people would bring it up to me in public, and then I would just basically ignore it, like, oh, well, you know, at least, you know, like I have friends that, you know, are doing cool stuff, you know, like that's probably why they're just trying to bring this up to try to like bring me down. But in reality,
That's true. A lot of people on my YouTube channel, my main channel, think I'm gay. And I get random DMs saying, you want a dick pic? And I'm like, oh, fuck off, bro. I get some weird shit, man.
the situation was so traumatizing that I was just trying to act like it just didn't even exist. I politely asked him, I understand like everyone makes mistakes, and, you know, I don't feel like you hate me and, you know, all this other stuff, but, you know, I need you to take these videos down because they legitimately have caused me so much trauma. I just want to try to get away from it. And then he, you know, offers to pay me money to keep the videos up. And then at that moment, I realized, like, he's not a friend.
So after these allegations came out, one of David's friends, Scotty, decides to upload a video titled Hi, in which he shows very convincing evidence towards Seth's allegations being false. Here is what he had to say.
David looked through his text messages and found one of Seth's numbers, asking him to do the kissing prank a third time. Seth literally requested to do it a third time.
Guys, this is a text from Seth from about 2 years ago. He goes, yo, bro, I was thinking about it. I'm down for another kissing sketch. I said, haha, what do you mean? He goes, lol, I don't really care as long as you clout me up. I'm not, just don't care. And then he sends me this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's the same. Just, I don't know, more open-minded.
I don't know if Seth completely forgot about that or if he just hoped that David would never find it, the way that he hoped that David had a new computer and didn't have the extra 4 hours of footage that surrounded the 4 minute and 20 vlog that included the bit of him consenting to the prank. But what you're doing is f***ed up, Seth. Also, you posted revenge of our friend Erin. Do you know how that's affected her? You posted revenge, which is actually, it's 100% illegal. It's totally immoral and so f***ed up. Did you get her consent? I don't mean to sound aggressive. I'm trying to be very logical here. But what you're doing and what you've done is so up, and the lies that you're telling are ruining other people's lives. And I know that you spoke to David a couple years ago in private and told him you felt uncomfortable about the video, and so he took the video down. And I totally understand feelings of regret and feeling uncomfortable about something that you've done in the past, but you can't blame your uncomfortableness or your regret for your actions when you were
Consent.
a part. You partook in it, you were interested in it, you wanted to do it, you wanted to be clouded up, and I could totally see you being uncomfortable about that bit. Now in hindsight, when you were partaking in it, I know that you were just filming videos for David's channel, and probably hoping that it built up your social media platform and you built a career out of it. And I don't think that that worked, and I think you got bitter about it, and after a couple of years you were like, I want something out of this. I was embarrassed in that prank, and I want something out of it, so I'm going to go after them. It's a common tendency for people to go and say that they're not in the videos anymore because they were uncomfortable about doing a bit, and then you were just never hit up again, which is false. In Seth's interview with H3, he talked about the situation in one way, and in his other interviews earlier, he talked about the situation in a completely different way.
At the end of the day, I would have laughed at it if it was someone else. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a person, if I feel like I would laugh at something, like don't dish anything out if you wouldn't be willing to take it. So I was just like, well, I've pranked people before. I've done some.
I'm gonna call my mom and see what my mom thinks about this. And I called my mom, and she just started busting up laughing. I'm like, if my mom is laughing her ass off, everyone else are gonna laugh their fucking ass off.
I think the magnitude of the lies you've been spreading are unforgivable, and you should face repercussion. I was there creating these moments and bits with them, and you were here creating the moments and bits that you were in with everybody. A lot of things were your ideas, and I don't know how you could lie about that. There's literal proof of you being so down for doing these bits, and now you're backtracking and saying, I was so uncomfortable, but I took the high road and just like played it off.
Is there someone in the league community who like did something for someone and didn't get clout and then wanted to take him down, or her? Your prince, never mind. Oh, Bella. Yo, Yasuo, you gonna give me all that Twitter clout? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't love me anymore? Can we still live? Okay, I'm gonna live with Cat Evolve. Yasuo is such a better person. I love him so much. Why is Cat Evolve so unmotivating? You know what I'm saying? Ha! Bella going after Yasuo, giving that lawsuit. Why? Remember that one tweet she said, like, why are you talking crap about me? We've been broken up for like 4 months now. Get over yourself. God. Maybe that's what Seth's going through.
Off like I wasn't. You asked to do it a third time. And in retaliation for this, years later, you post our friend's naked body on the internet. It's revenge porn. It's illegal. It's fucked up. You suck. I can only speak on what I know about, and I know that Seth and Big Nick have both been on H3's podcast, and you are part of the reason that these lies have snowballed and gotten so big, because you're spreading the lies without any sort of verification. In fact, when they were talking, I watched you, Ethan, take what they said and say, oh, that's so fucked up. So they did this. You would take their words and you would make it sound even worse than what they said. But I think that you should, in the future, at least try to verify some of the information that's being told to you, or maybe even reach out to the people that you have guests on talking about. Because the things that are being said on YouTube now and on your podcast show are things that should be said in a courtroom if they're true. Anyway, that's my take on the subject, and I hope that people who feel the need to make big false claims realize that if they're serious enough, they will be addressed, and hopefully you'll get in trouble for it, because it's wrong.
Using the evidence provided in Scotty's video, Keemstar starts to defend David Dobrik on Twitter. He uploads a Twitter video titled, David Dobrik and Jason Nash are innocent.
This David Dobrik kissing prank, all right? First of all, I assume that they're all just friends. They're pranking each other. This is not a big deal. And Seth is, a clout chaser or whatever, right? And then I talked to Seth, right? Because, everyone's putting pressure on me. The fans are putting pressure on me that, I need to cover this. This is sexual assault, right? So I called Seth, and now I'm convinced, okay, look, I need to make a video on David Dobrik and Jason Nash. This is messed up. This is, right? I shouldn't have looked at this like it was just a prank. Now I got Scotty Sire from the Vlog Squad uploading a video showing proof that this was a prank and Seth was in on it. I'm so happy that I didn't make this drama alert video calling out David Dobrik and calling out Jason Nash, but I did make a Twitter video saying I changed my mind, and now I'm making another Twitter video saying I changed my mind again. Wow. This is all stemming from Trisha and H3H3 pushing this narrative that, this horrible sexual assault thing happened. And now we have all this supporting evidence that it was more like friends pranking each other and everyone was cool with it. And bro, he's got audio recordings from Seth. Bro, the text message said, I don't care if you prank me again as long as you clout me up. I was this close to running a negative story on Jason Nash and David Dobrik. Like, this close. Now I'm not. And if anyone's mad at me for not covering that, dude, watch this video. Get your facts together. Watch this video right now from Scotty Sire. Cause fuck, dude, I almost stepped into a giant fucking trap because of Ethan and Trisha and this fucking wild campaign to take down David Dobrik. Fuck.
Thank you, Scotty Shire. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He then makes another Twitter video titled, "Stop supporting H3H3 and Trisha."
I'm so angry and frustrated that I'm just not even going to be able to get my words out right. I filmed this video like 16 times, all right, just nonstop, and I just can't get it out right because I'm just furious. You guys need to understand that H3H3 has been going to YouTube, tagging Team YouTube, talking to YouTube employees, uploading videos on me saying that Keemstar is bad for the community. Keemstar is putting false stories out on YouTubers. Keemstar is bad for the ecosystem of YouTube. He's been doing this nonstop, and everybody watching this video, the person that's listening to me right now, knows this to be 100% true. Why. These are facts. This is not up for debate. This is not a conspiracy theory. He had a video that was titled, "Should we deplatform Keemstar?" Like, he said it multiple times. Okay, so that's the scenario. Keemstar bad, Keemstar ruining careers, Keemstar making false stories about people, right? He made false stories on me. He slandered me, all right? And now we got him and Trisha trying to take down the vlog squad, and it's all fake. They tried to ruin David Dobrik's career, and it's all the thing that H3H3 is saying to YouTube that I'm doing, he is fucking doing. He is doing. And Trisha Paytas, did we not forget when her and Gabby were beefing? Trisha Paytas was trying to so hard that Gabby was coming to her house, that she caught Gabby on security footage. And when I asked Trisha for the security footage, she blocked me on Twitter and blocked my phone number because I kept saying, show me proof that Gabby's coming to your house. She had no proof because it wasn't fucking true. And she was trying to convince the goddamn, oh my God, she was trying to convince the internet that her life was in jeopardy, that Gabby Hanna was going to try to. Bro, H3H3 and Trisha Paytas have non-stop just slandered creators, literally lies and manipulation and just so much hate. And this is the same criticism that they give to me. This is the same type of stuff that they're saying about me and trying to get YouTube to ban me, to kick me off the platform because apparently I do this. Bro, you do it and you're caught in 4K, 8K, Ultra HD, HDR. You.
He then makes a TikTok titled, "Doing my part to get the truth out. Like, retweet, please share."
Guys, H3H3 and Trisha Paytas have been running a slander campaign on David Dobrik, and it's not right. Trisha dated Jason Nash. Jason's part of the vlog squad, and when they broke up, Trisha attacked the vlog squad and Jason, like she does with every breakup. But now that she's on frenemies, her and H3H3 teamed up to take down David Dobrik years later. They started making video after video after video on David Dobrik, just slandering him, trying to think of any bad thing he could have done ever. But the main thing was they were trying to say that he committed sexual assault when he did a kissing prank on another member of the vlog squad known as Seth. They even interviewed Seth. They were trying to get Seth to basically sue David Dobrik.
Like
because the prank was...
Dude, I feel like Keemstar wants to set all this up for, what's his name? Or for Ethan, because Ethan made those nuclear, what is it called? Content nuke on Keemstar, so Keemstar really wants to piss off what's Ethan Klein and get him canceled. But if you're an adult, you realize that Keemstar is a piece of shit.
Seth kissed a girl in a mask. Turns out it wasn't girl, it was Jason Nash.
Channel.
For weeks, Trisha and H3H3 have been slandering David nonstop, and it's all BS. Member of the vlog squad, Scotty Sire, put proof up today that Seth actually gave consent for this and was okay with the prank. Literally audio. We can't let the lie be bigger than the truth. Like and share this video.
Sip Tea Bitch's response to Keem by saying,
yeah,
Seth,
when Keemstar sees something to rag Ethan about, he's gonna like exaggerate the fuck out of it and not give a fuck. He's a narcissist. He doesn't care. I know him because I will be him soon.
might have consented the second time, but that doesn't mean the first time was consented. David and Jason have been on the podcast they have that Seth didn't consent to it, and he had no idea. Seth didn't consent to it. That is sexual assault. Keemstar responds to her by saying, he asked to do it a third time. Stop spreading false information that it was sexual assault. Based on the evidence that is public now, we know for a fact it was not. Seth liked it, and wanted to do it again and again for clout. His own words. Keem then makes another Twitter video titled, Stop Slandering David Dobrik.
I must say, I'm really upset with you. I'm really upset with so many people that are tweeting me that are saying David Dobrik definitely did sexually assault Seth. I don't care if there was consent or not. You know, after he was victimized, like he couldn't, you know, his mind was messed up, so he was agreeing to it. You know, this is stuff that, you know, victims do and da-da-da-da, and this is not okay, and this is not right. No, dude, people need to be responsible for their own actions and their own fucking words, okay? They were in a friend group. They prank each other. That's what they do. That's what he was signing up for. They did this first kissing prank, which was a little sketchy, right? It was a little sketchy, and I'll definitely give you that. But Seth seemed totally fine with it. Now, I understand trauma and maybe, like, you know, he was just playing it off but actually had a problem. But he's in an interview where he says that his mom thought it was hilarious. He was thinking about telling David not to upload it, but his mom thought it was hilarious, right? And now we got proof that David Dobrik got consent, got actual consent to pull on him a second time. Now, what you're looking at here is the third time, where he says, Seth says, bro, I was thinking about it. I'm down for another kissing sketch. And yes, that's the third time that never happened that Seth himself is hitting up David to do. What are we on about? Bro.
I don't know. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's the same shit. Just...
That's Seth's own voice sending it to David. Right here, laughing out loud. I don't really care as long as you clout me up. I'm not gay. I just don't really care. In the first prank, he didn't stop David from uploading it because he was gaining clout. He says it in a fucking interview. Dude, stop it. Stop it right now. Based on all this fucking evidence, you cannot say it's sexual assault. Seth is a fucking victim. David's a horrible person that, you know, created sexual... You can't say this shit anymore. And the fact that people still do it, you don't care about the fucking truth. You don't care about the facts. And you're just slandering David. Stop.
Keemstar follows it up by saying, the slander continues. Showing a tweet made by Ethan Klein in response to Scotty's video, he says, I have a lot to say about the Scotty video. Right now I just want to say it's sad that David sent his most liked friend out to victim shame and threaten Seth. Disposable isn't just the name of his new app, it's how he feels about his friends. Mysterious T responds to Keem by saying, I agree so much with you right now. Also, the fact that Seth posted revenge porn on Erin Guilfoyle and Trisha retweeted it, Erin was traumatized by it, and her video was heartbreaking. They aren't addressing that because it doesn't fit with their narrative. Keemstar then quote tweets her with a video titled, The Truth.
Hey, I want to respond to your tweet because it seems like nobody covering this David Dobrik situation wants to be fair at all or wants to be truthful. It seems like everybody has a goddamn agenda. So here's the thing. In Scotty's new video, you're right. He accuses Seth of doing revenge porns, leaking a naked video of Aaron from the Vlog Squad, okay? That is true. But the reason why Seth did that is not for the purposes of revenge porn. There's a clip on the internet of Aaron from the Vlog Squad where she's completely naked and she says the N-word, okay? So Seth was pointing that out because she was being racist in this video where she's naked. How do I know this? Because when the fucking story first got leaked many years ago, I reached out to Erin. I asked her about it. She pleaded with me not to talk about it because it was revenge porn. I decided not to cover the story, not to talk about it. But the truth is, she said the N-word in this video. It's not just her naked. It's not just revenge porn. It's her saying something racist, right? So I feel like it's like 50-50. Seth has a right to talk about, you know, some leaked video that he sees of his friend saying some racist shit. He has a right to fucking say that.
Good thing you
want
can't
to call it
see my
revenge
second
porn,
monitor.
call it revenge porn, but it could go either way. You know, it's... Nobody's being fucking fair and honest. Scotty should have brought up that point in his video, and he didn't. And I see that as manipulation on Scotty's part, just like I see all this manipulation from Trisha and Ethan. You know, just be honest, be fair about the situation, tell the fucking truth, stop spinning narratives.
The next day, Ethan Klein responds directly to Seth on his podcast. Here is what he says.
These kissing pranks were his ideas, but he did give consent to them and he partook in them.
You have not showed any
several
evidence
bits
of that.
after and before the next ones and was totally fine with it. Like I never heard a word from him about being uncomfortable. No one is here to force anyone to do anything.
Again, bro, this is so sad. This is like a tutorial on how to victim shame.
So you never heard him say he's uncomfortable, so therefore it must be a lie? Did you hear him say on our podcast that he was uncomfortable?
Do victims of abuse just walk around talking about how uncomfortable they are?
Yeah.
You know, he even said in his interview, which again you didn't watch, about how it took him a while to internalize it and understand the dynamic of the group and how it was affecting him and how he was like the butt of all these racist jokes again, which you don't acknowledge.
There's a clip somewhere of Seth pranking Jason.
Okay, so now we move on to the victim the character assassination portion of this video.
The double down.
Okay, Seth did a prank where he put his ass in Jason's face, so it excuses what happened to him. Sorry, bro, I'm not fucking on board with this argument at all. And what's your point of bringing this up exactly? Well, he's put his ass in Jason's face once, so that totally excuses being assaulted.
Yeah.
Like Seth's behind.
This is like everybody's fucking around with each other here. We're all friends, and
Dude,
like,
sorry, but assault's
we do
not
dumb
fucking
shit.
around.
David looked through his text messages and found one of Seth's numbers, asking him.
Fuck. Because like me and my high school friends would do shit like this, but like we did some stupid shit. Fuck, I'm on David Dobrik's side. I don't give a fuck.
Him to do the kissing prank a third time. Seth literally requested to do it.
So this is important. This is where you know David's involved. And this is interesting because it's an insight to how really David feels about this situation.
Yeah.
This is David's response.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not really a big deal. I mean, it's the same shit. Just, I don't know, more open-minded.
I don't know if Seth completely forgot.
So again, the fact that he says in that he's more open-minded now means that he was pissed off. Obviously pissed off about the previous two times. But as I kind of said, it's like the fact that Seth asked to do it a third time does not negate anything that happened before. I mean,
it doesn't mean that he can still feel the way he feels now. That is what happens to victims in abusive situations. You can go back and want it again, and that doesn't mean that 2 years later you're gonna realize, or 10 years later, you're gonna realize that you were in a really fucked up situation. You were being used and abused,
and you crave their approval. You crave their attention. You crave their approval. Yeah. So that's how I see this.
You're just missing the point, and you're pointing it as like the big slam dunk. Like, hey, look, he wanted it a third time. No one knew that.
Why'd she go back? That's like the why'd she go back then. Honestly.
Yeah.
What you're doing and what you've done is so fucked up, and the lies that you're telling are ruining other people's lives. And I know that you spoke to David a couple years ago in private and told him you felt uncomfortable about the video, and so he took the video down. And I totally understand.
Unlisted. By the way, he's admitting here that last year it took place that he told him he's not comfortable with it anymore. So how is he saying in the first part?
Issue.
Yeah, how is he saying in the first part, like, I never knew anything about it, blah, 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 blah. It's like you're saying that a few years ago or last year, he asked David to take the videos down, which Seth said once again in the interview that you didn't watch, that he didn't even private them, he unlisted them, which Seth didn't appreciate.
Because I guess people were still able to find it. Or
also,
like if it's in a playlist, you can still watch it, right?
Unlisted, you can watch it if you have the link, if it's in a playlist, exactly. Also, you ignore the part where Seth said he wanted to offer him money to leave it up. Right. And Seth knew at that moment that you guys were not his friends.
Mm-hmm.
You ignored that part, Scotty. Which, by the way, if he was a clout chaser, he would just take the money, but he didn't. He said, please remove it. Which David didn't even do, dude. So, like, you're totally misrepresenting the truth, which is what you're accusing me of.
In Seth's interview with H3, he talked about the situation in one way, and in his other interviews earlier, he talked about the situation in a completely different way.
At the end of the day, I would have laughed at it if it was someone else. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm the type of person, if I feel like I would laugh at something, like don't dish anything out. If you
He's part of the gang. He's trying to be cool, dude.
Like,
when was this and when was our interview? Like, you don't have any space in your mind. Actually, he does. That's what's so odd, because he goes, oh, now you realize that it was embarrassing.
You suck. I can only speak on what I know about, and I know that Seth and Big Nick have both been on H3's podcast, and you are part of the reason that these lies have snowballed and gotten so big, because you...
Do you think the reason this snowballed and got so big is because David never responds and he sends you out to fucking respond? Do you think part of the reason why this is snowball and got so big is because David literally doesn't fucking answer Seth's text? Like Seth said in the interview, if he would have just answered his text a few days before he came on the show, he wouldn't even come on the show and fucking talked about it. So how is it my fucking fault that this has snowballed when David and Jason have literally made no effort to make peace with these guys nor address these rumors publicly? So how the fuck is it my fault for this snowballing?
Spreading the lies without any sort of verification. In fact, when they were...
Bro, I have done... Dude, to say that I have not verified is so ironic, considering your video has omitted so much information, has completely not addressed the main thrusts of the accusation. And to come here and say that I have spread lies, which you have made no effort to even dispel based on like hearsay and situational evidence, is so... I don't know if he's just dumb or he's just too angry. I don't know what's with this guy.
You yourself just did it in this video, spreading your own speculation that Seth is just doing it because his career didn't succeed and he's just looking to get something out of the situation.
Right. Take what they said and say, oh, that's so fucked up. So they did this. You would take their words and you would make it sound even worse than what they said.
Shut up, dude. It's called interviewing, douche. It's called asking follow-up questions, you dumbass.
It's also our opinion. I think we're allowed to
you
think about it what we think about it.
And you made it sound bad. And that was fucked up.
Guess on talking about, because the things that are being said on YouTube now and on your podcast show are things that should be said in a courtroom if they're true.
Classic victim shaming. Why didn't you go to the police? Next. Oh, I did want to read Seth's statement that he sent me. Again, he was going to come on originally, but he... Well, here, I'll just read his statement. He said, and of course he said this was meant for me to read on the air. He said, hey, Ethan, I want you to know I dearly appreciate you covering my story. Unfortunately, I can no longer speak about this incident. I will still answer a couple of questions I know you might have. The audio clip and text that is surfacing the internet is a manipulation to misrepresent my trauma and experiences. This audio further concludes I did not consent to those published videos. Right. And then he says my allegations about accountability part 2, that's what the claim that everyone's making about that he shared this nude photo of Aaron. It was, he used it in this video, accountability part 2. He said, in this day and age, it is unfortunate people are still using pornographic videos to get revenge. I have not promoted nudity, but only highlighted a peer confidently saying this slanderous derogatory term, the N-word. Additionally, in my accountability 2 video, I reposted other public clips of my peers as a tool to show people what behaviors are not okay. So he claims he never shared the nude photo. So I don't know.
I mean, he shared footage from it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's indisputable.
And that's about it for the drama so far. Personally, I see merit to both sides. The fact that for one of these pranks, Seth went directly to David to ask to do it, as well as David taking down the video once he was confronted about it in private prior to any of this public backlash, leads more credence towards David being innocent, but of course there are all the explanations and unanswered questions that Ethan brought up, which supports Seth's side. I guess we just have to wait and see if more evidence comes out that gives us a definitive answer, and if that happens, I will update you on this channel, so if you don't want to miss that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Thank you so much to my channel members for supporting the channel. In particular, Scrubby, who decided to donate 100.
Let's see. What does my instinct side with? It's gonna side with my gut feeling sides with. Oh, this is hard. Let me think. I'm gonna side with taking just the facts. I'm gonna side with David for now, but the thing is, like, David hasn't responded, so like that's what makes me a little this is too hard. Once David responds, I think they'll win. Okay, bye bye.